Hey everybody. Welcome to our pre-show. We have so much amazing stuff planned for you guys. By the way, I'm Garrett.
I'm Carolyn.
And we are Diary of a Family.
Oh yes, this is Eddie.
We're living life intentionally with you guys, and we want to help you do the same.
We're testing our internet, making sure everything's working well, and we'll get started in a second. We have so much exciting stuff to share with you guys.
We have some interviews. We have some big changes coming to our channel, so you're not going to want to miss that.
Don't put mommy. Don't put mommy. That hurts. Hey, look. If you want to look at our DFAM people, you gotta look right here in the camera.
Go say hi.
Hi.
So, stay tuned. We are going to be getting stuff going shortly.
Let him do it.
Daddy, one will be
okay.
Yep. Live stream.
We have Mel and Eddie on, and we have Nursing Our Travel Bug is currently on.
Can you say hi, DFAM?
Hi, DFAM.
Hi.
Oh, and our dog impression. And can you share your lion impression? Can you be a lion?
Can you do rah?
Really?
Okay.
Do it really loud right here in the microphone.
That sounds like Mel.
There we go. There's the lion.
There it is.
Can you be the dinosaur?
Rah. He likes dinosaurs and lions.
Yeah,
Didn't mess with that at all?
No.
Okay. Mommy, I want to watch Jesus.
All right, we will be getting ready shortly. Should we just roll the intro and get going?
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Welcome to our show today, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally with you. And this is Eddie.
And that's Eddie. Yeah, welcome to our community of the DFAM. If you're just joining us and if you have not subscribed, please consider joining our DFAM and hope that you enjoy this live stream. Now, you might be asking yourself, why did we do our mom's interview this week instead of last week when it was Mother's Day?
Because our moms were busy and we were busy and it worked best for us. But we wanted to continue honoring them past Mother's Day because moms are moms all year long, right?
Exactly.
So we are going to share our interviews with our moms respectively.
Yep.
And stay tuned because we have so much going on with Diary of a Family. We are super stoked for 2020, you guys.
Yes.
I know it's been a really tough last couple of months, but I feel like we're going to go out of this year with a bang. And you guys are going to come with us.
Exactly.
Now, part of that, we really would like to invite any of you who are watching this now to contact us and be a part of our collab. We decided to do an exercise challenge, which the last couple of days we've been kind of...
It's been rough. We've had some pretty long days with some other issues.
Well, and we've been working really hard on the channel too. So it's all been for you guys.
Yes.
But we want to put together a collab in how we have stayed healthy during the
Pandemic.
whole stay-at-home mandate.
Yep.
So we would like to see a 30-second to minute-long video from you of an exercise regime that you have been doing to keep yourself happy and healthy.
Basically, introduce yourself, show a little bit about what your workout routine has been. Send it. Basically, we'll explain more on what to do a little bit later on in the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. All right, I think, are we ready for the interviews?
Let's say hello to everybody who's in the room.
So we have Nursing Our Travel Bug is here.
Our Travel Bug.
Mel and Eddie is all over the place in the chat, like usual. And
Hi, Mel Duncan.
is also in. Mel is the part of Mel and Nettie. Mel's the other half. So they're both watching.
Nettie's the other half.
Nettie's the other.
And
Yes,
and
yeah.
the third part is Jack, their cat.
Yeah, meow.
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 We haven't seen anybody else really join in yet. We're hoping to see quite a few of you, because this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
First of all, our moms are awesome. And then secondly, there is so much going on in our brains, in Diary of a Family, and plans for the future. We are super stoked about it.
Yeah. So enjoy this awesome interview with both our moms. Let's start. We're recording.
So you need to make the introduction because she's your mom.
All right, everybody. This is my mom, Denise. Hello, Mom. How are you?
Good, Garrett. How are you doing? And Carolyn?
Hello.
Good.
Hello.
Thank you so much for deciding to join us. Even though it's after Mother's Day, we're still in that Mother's Day, I guess, arena? Mode.
Yeah.
So we still wanted to honor our mothers on this live stream. So, are you ready for some questions?
I hope so. A little nervous, but yes.
All right. Why don't you tell us and our viewers a little bit about you growing up?
Okay. Well, I was born to missionary parents in Brazil, South America. And we ended up living there a total of 13 years. And my parents would come back to the United States on furlough every so often. So I would spend a year in the United States and then go back. And so we lived in about 3 main areas of Brazil. And then when we come home, we usually came to California, but one year we spent a year in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It depended what they needed to do with their church and where they needed to be. So
okay. Now you had some fond memories of New Mexico, if I remember right.
Yes. Yeah, I was there in 3rd grade. I remember walking to school, crossing a busy street. I think it was Central Avenue to go buy candy when I got my allowance. The church being across the street, everything was made of adobe, which was very different.
Yeah.
Making new friends. Going to an American school, that was challenging for me because I'm trying to think if I had been in the Brazilian school by then, but my main language was Portuguese for a long time, even though we spoke English at home, but it was challenging, but it was good. Yeah.
Now, when we were in Albuquerque, you sent me the address of where you were at, and I actually went and drove there and checked it out.
That was so special. I still have that picture, the pictures you took. It was awesome.
I don't know how much it's changed since you've been there last, but
I think they had a pop out, or I think they built further forward into the front yard, but the side used to be like just an empty lot, and I think they made it into a parking lot for the church or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as a mom, it's really important in our lives, looking at our own mom's lives. So what do you respect most about your own mom?
Oh boy, it's hard to say. My mom to me is like my heroine, I think is the word for it. But she was a nurse, which I have great respect for nurses, great respect for nurses. She was a nurse practitioner, nurse midwife, a missionary nurse. She knew she wanted to be a missionary nurse when she was 5 years old. The Lord called her to that, which was amazing. She always was calm, cool, and collected. I never saw her panic. And she was very loving. She spent a time when we were younger not working so she could raise us, and then but yet she would still be a nurse from home. We lived in some remote areas where there were no doctors, no nurses, and so people would come to our house for help, for first aid, things like that. And then after we grew up, she ended up teaching classes on first aid in Guatemala when they went there. That saved lives. I mean, it was just amazing training people in a community how to give first aid and how to get somebody ready to transport to a hospital if needed, hundreds of miles away and things like that. But yeah, just, I think, very loving, very, she had a good head, has a good head on her shoulders, smart as all get out, just dedicated. Yeah, it wasn't at all selfish. Never. Anyway, just incredible.
I love that she was teaching and enhancing people's lives. So it's like, if you can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, right? But if you teach a man to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. So it's in that same concept. Yes, she could go and be medically useful, but that would only be for that moment while she was there. But she left a legacy by teaching first aid and leaving those people in their communities to protect their communities from health issues. Timothy?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, you guys also spent some time on an Indian reservation, correct?
Yes. We lived in Bishop, California, among the Paiute Shoshone tribes. Not the word for it. What is it? Native Americans. Yeah. And she started a clinic there, or she helped start a clinic there. And she also did a lot of home births, and so she delivered 3 of my 4, including Garrett, for home births.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And but yes, we lived there, and they served. My dad served the church, and my mom served the clinic there.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, beautiful area, Bishop, California too. High Sierras, gorgeous. Very much like Reno.
Very much
reminds
like
me
Reno.
of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Different mountains, but same.
Yeah.
Different mountains, same kind of landscaping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, did you always want to be a mom? And if so, why?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there was always those little things when I was little that I wanted to be a secretary and a nurse and a this and a that. But I always wanted to be a mom. Being married and have children was like my number one priority. It wasn't, I never was like, get a career, do this, do that. Yeah, I tried, I thought I wanted to be a nurse like my mom until I volunteered as a candy striper and had some bad experiences. And I decided maybe my stomach wasn't cut out for that.
It's not for everyone.
No, definitely not. Take someone special. And then, but I, went after teaching, which was what my mom and dad both actually did a lot of teaching along with their other careers. So yeah.
What are some of your fondest memories of raising 4 rascals?
Hey, you weren't rascals. You were perfect. Almost. Oh gosh, there's so many. I would say number 1 was homeschooling. I absolutely loved homeschooling, and after I was done homeschooling, I became a teacher, a high school teacher, and in a Christian environment, and I also did some student teaching in a public school environment. And to tell you the truth, of the 3, I really missed the homeschooling. I loved it. I loved our reading books together. We would get a series, and I would read chapter in the morning, a chapter at night, and sometimes we'd go a little longer than that. And so that was really amazing. And then traveling, because I love to travel. I love traveling with my kids, with my family. We've been to Yosemite, California. Gosh, we used to go to California every year. Those kind of things are what stick out in my mind. A lot of good memories in our travels there.
Yeah, I was wanting to try and get the kids to Yosemite while we were here, but with all the COVID stuff, it's like I don't even know if they're going to be open before we leave.
Yeah,
so we're going to just have to
so
stick
sad,
a
but
pin
it's
in it.
Yeah, on your wish list for another day, but it is beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you definitely have put this sense of adventure and travel into this one, and that's helped kind of shape us and kind of like it was almost inevitable that we would end up doing the kind of lifestyle that we have.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my earbud fell out.
So finally, we wanted some sage advice, some wisdom from you, as if you could give us something like that we could use as parents to be better moms, better parents.
Yeah. I think, well, it went along with the homeschooling. I think I learned more than anything is just flexibility. Oh my goodness, because you start out with one plan and get sideswiped with another, and things happen and things change, and just it's good to have a routine and to stick with it as much as possible. But then there are times you just got to say, okay, I guess we're done for today. Let's go. We've got to go do this, or this happened, or or you have an opportunity to, hey, let's go see this. It's happening right now. Then you just but I think being flexible, trying to see things from their perspective is is always good.
Yeah.
I guess with the homeschooling, one of the things that our motto was seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. So I always figured if we got our devotions done, then we did the most important part, and then the rest was in God's hands. And usually the rest was the rest of schooling. But if we couldn't get to everything else, at least we did what was most important. So the Bible is huge. I won't homeschool without the Bible, without, pouring my faith into my children. That was very important to me, and just learning to read the Bible, pray together. All those things were very, very special to me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, as the wife of your son, I thank you greatly for everything that you've poured into his life, and also the wisdom that you've given me as I have met you and knew you, and then as I produced your grandchildren.
Yes.
I definitely feel like looking back and seeing how you handled things, and how you approach schooling and approach just raising our kids in general. I appreciate that, and thank you very much for your wisdom.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And happy Mother's Day.
Yes, thank you. And you too. And I appreciate having you as a daughter-in-law and the wonderful mother and father of my grandchildren. Appreciate both of you very much.
Thank you. All right, well, talk to you later.
Love you, Mom.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Hello to our D-Fam. This is Evelyn. She is my mom, and we're going to interview her as we did with Garrett's mom, Denise. I'm excited about these questions. How are you doing, Mom?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
You can hear us okay?
I can.
Perfect. All right. Well, tell our viewers a little bit about what it was like growing up.
What it was like growing up. I feel like I had the ideal childhood because I felt safe, and my parents were awesome. Nothing flamboyant or extravagant, just down to earth, good, basic people. They'd grown up in the Depression, and they were very frugal. And like my younger brother said, we weren't rich by any means, but we never went hungry. Right. They had their values lined up well. Yeah. My parents always worked as a team. They weren't a romantic couple, they worked as a team. What?
No, they weren't. They were not romantic at all.
But they worked as a team, and I never heard them squabble or argue or have an argument, fight out loud. And I asked my mom about that one time, because after Dad and I got married, we had arguments, our loud discussions. And the first time we did, it was like, what's wrong with us? And I talked to my mom, and she said, no, if there was something that we were arguing or upset at each other about, your dad did not want to let on to your kids that there was anything going on. I suspect that in his childhood, he'd had, those that were guardians or whatever for him have some real rows, and that sealed it for him. He was not going to fight in front of his kids. Yeah. But the thing is, when Dad and I had a loud discussion, you guys always saw us make up too. Yeah. You knew that we loved each other and weren't going to walk out on each other. Yeah.
So what did you respect most about about Grandma, about your own mom?
She was very, very fair. I always knew that she loved me, even if there wasn't a huge expression of it. She would hug and kiss. When I was little, hold me on her lap, read to me. She was steady as a rock. There weren't extremes of emotion or depths of emotion, just steady as she goes, and and always fair.
Tyler,
and she lived. What?
Tyler,
What?
you're being too loud.
Tyler, can you be quiet? We're taping.
The cookie wrapper, it did it.
Ignore it, folks. Ignore it.
Hashtag real life.
Hashtag brothers.
It was like there was security, there was steadiness that my parents, and mom being the homemaker, the mom at home, exemplified for us, and always took us to church, Sunday school. They taught Sunday school. My dad was treasurer, secretary of the church, whatever, at different times. Mom played in the orchestra, and we always had that example of serving the Lord, not just going to church, but being generous with others and living a godly, loving life.
Yeah. That's very true. I mean, even just visiting, when we were growing up, visiting on like holidays, and then being like, second from the front, that's their row right there, and they'd like file all of us in, and they'd be so excited to like, oh, pastor, do you remember so and so? This is my grandkids, and it was a lot of fun to see their dedication and faith.
Yeah.
So, did you always want to be a mom, and why?
Well, Grandma said that I came home from my first day at kindergarten mad at my teacher, Miss Halley. I remember her, because she had not yet taught me how to read and write. I expected to learn to read and write on my first day in kindergarten. And I wanted to read and write because I wanted to read recipes and cook and read patterns and sew, just like my mom. So I was Susie Homemaker right off the bat. Grandma said that I got my little hands on her sewing machine multiple times, and, got it out of sync, and she'd have to send it to the shop and have it, serviced. But by the time I was 9, I think that was about the age I was when I sewed my first dress. I remember ripping that zipper out and putting it in, and ripping it out and putting it in so many times I just about wore the fabric out. That was before the day of invisible zippers that are so easy. But yeah, I guess I was Susie Homemaker right off the bat. And I've always loved cooking and homemaking. My home is my statement in life, I guess.
Now, you and Dad met fairly early, right? You were only a teenager.
I was probably 17 when we met, maybe 16 and a half. So, but by the time I was 17, I think we were going together. But he was 23 at the time. So we were 18 and 25 when we were married.
And Grandma and Grandpa said you had to graduate high school, right, before you could get
Yes. Oh, yes. When Dad and I became an item, Mom took me aside and said, you are going to graduate from high school. I think this is my senior year, starting my senior year. And I said, of course I'm going to graduate. I didn't have any other ideas. So, yeah, Grandma was very upfront as to what she expected.
What are some of
There-
your fondest memories raising a couple children?
A couple. we laugh. How many kids did you have?
We have 8 children and 1 adopted. 8 biological children and 1 adopted.
Right.
5 boys and 4 girls, so just about an even mix.
And what are some of the fondest memories of raising us? Because we're all basically grown.
One memory is when we were up at the cabin one year, and you girls went down to the stream, the creek out back the cabin, and you built this wonderful little village out of sticks and leaves and moss and pine cones and you name it. It was beautiful, just a little doll-sized village. It was wonderful, just very imaginative. Another one was also at the cabin playing hide and seek. Oh no, it wasn't hide and seek. It was, what's that one where one person hides and as you find them, you have to crawl into the hiding place with them?
Sardines, yeah.
Sardines, yes. Playing sardines. And Joel had on this bright neon orange sweatshirt. He must have ditched it somewhere, but maybe it was hide and seek because we could not find him. Like the game was over and we still couldn't find him. He either went miles away or he took that shirt off and ditched it. But yeah.
We had a lot of fun running around in the dark around the cabin growing up.
Yeah. Yeah. And playing in the summertime here, foot races on the lawn, or you girls hooking a lead rope to Maggie and making jumps for her. Maggie was our dog. Or just, the fun play times. I mean, there was lots of work time too, but the play times.
Yeah.
Or Dad was remembering the other day our makeshift swimming pool.
Oh my gosh. That
He
was
built
the bane of my existence. Made me cry.
He built a big swimming pool out of, a redneck swimming pool out of big pallets, long pallets,
tarp.
lined it with a heavy tarp and filled it with water. And you kids had a lot of fun in it. You always had to bail out the little water bugs.
Yeah.
But you had a lot of fun in it. And then it exploded one day.
And that's why it made me cry.
Your towel was hanging over it. And as it exploded, it ripped your brand new, beautiful towel apart.
Brand new towel my friend brought me back from Hawaii. I was so sad.
And we tried to repair it, I think, but you finally made a bag out of it or something.
Elizabeth did as a surprise. She found it in my closet years later and made it into my swim bag, and I used it for a long time when I was working at the pool. Good memories. I love the summertime. I mean, I think that's my most favorite time. Remember when Grandpa was bringing us all kinds of post-dated foods and things, and we were trying to figure out what are we going to do with all of this. I think it was half and half, and you had these ginormous glass jugs. They were like gallon jugs, and we would sit in the summertime and just roll them back and forth between our legs on the floor and make. It
would have been whipping cream then.
Whipping cream?
It would have been whipping cream, yeah.
We made butter out of it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I remember doing that. I remember, it being such a hot. The summer was hot because it was still the mobile with the metal on the outside, and we'd block everything, all the windows and doors with blankets to try to keep it cool.
Right.
Hey, we're in
not well insulated.
You are crashing both interviews, Timothy.
Eddie needs help getting the Band-Aid back on.
I will help him after we're done with Grandma Evelyn. Thank you. He crashed our interview with Denise too.
Edit that part.
No, it goes in where this is.
You're a real
life.
family.
Yep. You'll probably be able to hear all of their screaming.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, as we finish up here, can you give us any sage advice as parents that helped you be a better mom?
Always pray for your kids out loud and in private. And reading the Bible, reading stories, good wholesome stories, and always be truthful with your kids, even if it's painful. Be truthful. And Grandpa York told me early on, he said, do what you say, mean what you say, and then do what you say. If you say, Johnny, don't touch that, or I'll slap your hand, or, whatever,
You have to follow through.
you got to carry through on it, or they won't believe you. You got to carry through to be truthful. So, yeah, and be careful what you threaten too.
Be willing to carry out the punishment, right?
Right.
If you're
Right.
not
And
comfortable doing it, then you shouldn't be threatening it.
right.
Yeah.
And not just, and I'm, if you're upset with a child, I learned this from Rich and Lois. If you're upset with a child, both of you separate. Send the child to his room, you go cool off, then come back so you can civilly say, Johnny, this is what upset me. This is what you should not have done, and this is why. So, you may have to discipline them, you may not, but always end up with hugging them, loving on them, and praying for them.
Yeah.
So, I wish I'd had that advice a lot earlier. I did fairly good, but I had that advice after you kids were grown. Lois told me their story, and so I've passed that along to others. But yeah, I did a lot of hugging and praying for you.
We have some pretty self-willed children, so it can stress us at times. We even had an episode tonight when one child did not want to eat what was on their plate and turned into a howling match. So that child was sent away from the table. Until that child could come back and say, I'm sorry, and then eat the salad that did not want to be eaten beforehand. So we didn't have to spank.
And he ate it just fine.
Yeah.
You gave it away.
That child ate it just fine.
The child ate it just fine. We're trying not to give it away. We only have 3.
Right. Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Parenting is hard. It's not an easy job, and unfortunately kids don't come with handbooks like automobiles do.
Exactly. We don't get a manual or a class.
I don't know how many times I said, oh God, I gotta know what they're thinking. What's going on inside of them? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. Emma and I are so different, and I have to remember that because I don't want her to ever feel like I don't love her, but her love language is totally different from mine. So it's
And
tough.
that is an excellent book right there, The 5 Languages of Love, and there's one geared for how to love your child.
Yeah, I need to get that book and read it.
Yeah, it's great because we talk different love languages.
Yeah, we do. Well, thank you so much for your time this evening. Hopefully,
Thank you.
This was a good experience for you. And
It's very easy. I'm just talking to you.
Happy Mother's Day. We want to just wish that to you again. I know this is after
Thank you.
Mother's Day, but we really do appreciate you and all you've done for us.
And happy Mother's Day to you too, Carolyn. And happy Mother's Day to all your mother viewers.
Yes, we've got quite a few. Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Hey
Thank you
guys.
again, Melanetti.
Aren't our moms awesome?
You're awesome.
Well, we have a super chat.
Sorry. I will vibe with that one.
Thank
All right.
you so much.
Thank you
We
again.
love our moms,
Yes.
but Mel and Nettie, thank you so much. Everybody go over and check out Mel and Nettie Living Free Zip Codeless. Their channel, they've got a couple cute videos on there.
They're bona fide YouTubers now. Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I think it's hilarious. I told my mom okay, make sure that everybody's quiet. Make sure that maybe you go into a room that's like apart from everybody else.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. I have multiple brothers, and you saw two of them. Two of them have really long hair, so it looked kind of like the same person in the background, but it wasn't just one brother eating the entire kitchen.
Yeah. One of the brothers just sat there the whole time while we were before we started recording until like halfway through your mom's interview, was just sitting there at the counter just eating. I'm like, is there not like another place you could go sit? I guess that's the only place in the entire 4,000 square foot house that they have that he can.
I mean, if I were him, I would be like, heck, I'm out of here. I don't want to be on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't realize how funny it was until we like are rewatching it because we were intent on the interview.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, you guys. Switching from Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day again to all of you moms out there on our DFAM channel, and to Denise and Evelyn,
Yep.
our respective moms.
Thank you, moms.
Thank you for spending some time with us and sharing some wisdom with us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We had a good time, though.
We have some big changes coming.
Yeah.
Starting with DFAM basically as a brand.
Yeah.
Garrett, will you tell them about the 7-day challenge that you've been going through?
So I have been a part of, it's called the 7-Day Video Challenge. It's put on by a company called Think Media. They have a YouTube channel that has over 1 million subscribers. And over the past 10 to 12 years, the founder, Sean Cannell, has been coming up with a formula, and it's business minded, it is profit minded, and it will grow your channel. And so he's putting on a challenge for 7 days for free. I paid a little bit of money to get some extra material, like some of the course materials, and I have access to all of the recordings, so I can go back and rewatch some of the stuff that's going on. But one of the things that his mission is to help 10,000 YouTubers or influencers find a full-time income on YouTube. And
by when? By the end of 2020?
No,
That's
his goal.
Okay.
So he has courses. He has some really in-depth courses. One course is like $2,000, and they literally spent 10 hours on each of the different aspects of releasing popular videos that are going to bring income in. And so, was the audio low? Sorry.
We'll fix it here.
Yeah, hopefully. Check. Okay.
Thank you
So,
very much.
Thank you for catching that.
Know.
Hopefully that is better. So it has given us a lot of things to think about. We're like, okay, my brain is still trying to process a lot of what's going on. And Carolyn's like, what about this? What about this? Why did you write this down? I'm like, my brain can't even think right now. It is so much information. And a lot of it was just great information. And it even...
You could see the smoke coming up from his ears.
Yeah.
All right, so Garrett, what are one or two things that from the course that have really impacted you this last week?
We want to serve you guys. What value? There's 11 people right now watching in this chat room. What brought you to our channel? What value are we providing to you guys? One of the biggest things for us is, what value do we bring? What are we giving to you guys that is going to, help you be more intentional with your life, help you realize the dreams that you have, and how can we help you guys? There are a lot of people that watch our channel. They're not full-time RVers, but maybe that is a dream of theirs, is to do that. Maybe it's just to own a trailer and go travel and explore America in the summers or long weekends or things like that.
So we have some plans in the works.
Yep.
They're not all cemented down yet.
It's a process.
Right. We're going to be implementing some things. So we're going to share a little bit about what we're planning for the future for you guys.
The first one is I'm kind of stepping back away from RV media creators just a little bit to help refocus and repivot the direction of this channel so that we can get this channel off and running, because we've done we have a lot of great ideas, and we've
done a lot on this channel.
We've done a lot on this channel, and we realized that we're an RV channel and all this stuff, and then we were looking at some of the behind the scenes stuff, and we're like, oh, that was like from 3 years ago, and we haven't even changed it. Oh, that might be a reason why we're not
seeing our channel pushed or anything like that. Okay, but those of you who like to watch RV media creators, don't worry, he's not leaving it completely in the dust. You're still going to do...
I still have a couple Tuesday quick tips.
So those wonderful short little videos that give you a really quick tip to encourage you on your video creating.
It takes one subject, and I just want to talk about that. I have about 4 more of those left.
So you'll have videos.
So there'll still be videos, but like main videos, live streams, a lot of that kind of stuff. I'm going to just take a quick break on that until I feel like we are getting the momentum we need on this channel to go where we want to go.
And we're super excited, you guys. We're at, what, 1,200 subscribers?
1,270.
1,270. So we've hit our 1,000 subscribers, and now we need a new goal.
Yep.
And this refocusing and learning more things that we didn't know that could help us in creating a better channel, that's what we're going to be working on.
And why aim small? I mean, for us, it's like, why should we be aiming for 2,000 subscribers? Why should we be aiming for, even 5,000?
That's a short-term goal.
That's a short-term goal.
We need long-term goals to make this sustained.
Yes. We want to be able to explore with you guys more. We want to be able to travel more and show America, inspire you guys by being able to get out there and show you guys other ways of being able to realize your dreams.
So, we're doing some tweaking to the channel.
Yep.
We've already done a little bit of tweaking, and it seems like just by changing certain things that we're seeing that our channel is being put out there more. So that's a positive.
Yes.
We have some thoughts and some plans on a website.
Yep.
And
the cool thing is the domain has not been bought. If you are thinking... Oh.
You don't want to tell them that, because they'll go out and buy it right now and then sell it back to us for expensive.
We'll disown you if you do that. Just kidding.
Okay, so we're planning on a website.
Friends don't buy other friends' domains.
Okay, you got that. You heard it from us. Hello, Tony. Tony we're welcoming you here to our live chat.
A new one.
He says, "I agree. Time for meditation now." Yes, we need to.
We're refocusing. We're repivoting, getting some direction in our channel, which is what we're trying to do.
Yes. So with our website that we're planning, we're not sure what that's going to end up like, but we did dabble a little bit in some vlog styles. Some blogs, blogs. And it feels like the one video that we did that was the Halo View video, that they sent us product and they wanted us to do both a video review and a blog style review. Yeah. That would be a great platform for us to do that sort of thing on. We're not going to leave Facebook. We're not going to leave Instagram or anything like that. But kind of broadening our platform a little bit.
Also, we might even be doing like an email newsletter. So if there are things coming up that we want to let you guys know, we can send out an email. So if you're interested in becoming part on an email list, we're not spamming. We want to give you guys kind of more of an inside track. It's still going to be free, but just email us at RV Diary of a Family.
We'll let them know when we have it set up.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet.
we have a lot of stuff going on, but if you're interested in that, just let us know somehow, and we'll keep that in mind. And once we get it running, we'll let you know.
The other big thing is something we should have done like years ago, but didn't have the money or the time. We do need to change all our channel art, and we want some help with that. Yeah. So we'll talk to you about kind of our thoughts, call to you to be involved in the DFAM. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
If you look at our channel art, there's just not a lot of clarity on what our channel's about.
It's not cohesive.
Yes.
But we also want to put decals on the rigs so that when we're traveling from place to place, we are quickly seen and people know who we are.
Yeah, people can drive by and see us and join our adventure and become part of the DFAM just by seeing what we've done, where we're at.
Tony, you're so right. Blogs do have more freedom to create and to get their message out to a larger audience.
Well, and the amazing thing with all the social media and websites is that it all compounds together. So if you have a website and a blog and this and that, and when you go search for something, YouTube and Google and all these places are sitting there, oh, there's more interest in this. Okay, so, it does help get, reach a larger audience that we want to be able to reach. And who do you think, we've been trying to figure out, what is our target audience? Who do we want to reach with our channel? And,
well, we'd like everybody to enjoy our channel, but if you try to be too broad for everyone, you're not going to hit those people that would watch you on a regular basis.
Well, and one of the things that Sean Cannell says, if you try to reach everyone, you're going to reach no one. Yeah. So we want to refocus. We want to say, this is our niche. These are our target audience. This is who we want to reach. I want to reach people that are full-time RVing with families, or people that have a passion or want to travel or live in an RV.
Have an interest.
But have an interest in RVing with their family.
Yeah.
So that's our passion, and that's what we want to help. We want to help those people realize their dreams. And I think that we have a great platform to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's almost like we're kind of starting over again without erasing our history with you guys and on the channel. But we are trying to reinvent ourselves, but not change who we are. Yeah. So I feel like those of you who've been with us for the long haul, like X Marks the Spot, and
you guys are like our OG. You guys have been there from
OG?
Original Gangster.
Oh,
you're like the original DFAM. And you guys have been with us for a long time. You've been on our journey. I think X Marks the Spot has been around since when we had our house.
Possibly. I don't know.
If I remember, Richard and Hope, when did you guys join our DFAM? I know it was before we even coined that phrase.
They may not even remember when they joined.
I think they do.
Yes, X Marks the Spot for babies count as family. And you are our extended family anyway. We're
excited. They're going to be here really soon.
Oh, Emma saw me write your names on the calendar and was like, oh, Richard and Hope are going to be here? Really? They're so excited.
There's so much fun
Tony, yes.
Thug life. Yeah. So, as you can tell, our brains have been moving over time, and we are trying to get things rolling to reach that audience we want to reach. I mean, if you look at channels that are the same target market as us, there's huge amount of interest.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Loftus Party of Six, they have 40 or 50,000 subscribers. If you look at Less Junk More Journey, they're 129,000 subscribers. There is a niche there, and people have interest in this, and we want to be able to say, hey guys, maybe you want to help, check out our journey, and maybe we'll be able to help you guys out as well.
Oh, X Marks the Spot says, yes, they joined when we first got the RV and we're working on the house. So you've been with us the long haul.
And that brings up another thing. If you guys want to see our story, we have it all on our channel. Like a lot of people...
Do you have a period of time, the transition period? It's almost scary to watch.
One of the playlists is called becoming a nomad or RV nomad.
Oh right, we did that sort of that's when we started doing live streams with you guys. Just because it was easier than putting together a video. Yeah. He didn't have the time. You didn't have the time.
We didn't have the time
at that point to film and edit and produce.
Because we were working long days just to get.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. There were days. I mean, I think our heads were just in a cloud for months, and we're
It
just
definitely
like,
strained our marriage, and just
2 a.m. in the morning, tiling floor.
We were so stressed out that we snapped so easily at each other, but we could tell that it was because of what we were going through. It wasn't that, oh, our marriage is falling apart. No, it's just the stress that we were under. So we had to keep focusing on the goal. What's the goal? What's the goal? We got to get to the goal. Oh, I can't wait till this crap is over.
Hey, Melanetti, if you could find the playlist and post it in the chat, that would
That'd
be awesome.
Thank you so much.
So this is for you guys that want to delve deep into our channel. A lot of these a lot of these videos don't have a ton of views.
No.
So it's not like they're going to go crazy, but if you want to understand our story and how we've gotten to where we have,
into our history, let's see. X marks the spot, loves the idea of a website and a blog, and says to sign them up for the newsletter. Melanetti wanted to share that Aaron Jemison is helping YouTube fix their thumbnails, and One Strange Adventure. One Strange Adventure. So
well, I don't know.
Look into that.
I've put out our thumbnails, and I've been like, okay, does anybody have any advice on making these better? And in the challenge, one of the challenges was to put your thumbnail out there to see what people think and get helpful advice. So far, I've not gotten any critiques saying, can you change this or that?
Because we can't change anything if we don't know what's wrong with them,
But we can be more intentional. I think the problem that we've been having a lot is we've been putting videos out there without researching if that's a question people are asking.
Right. So we're going to be changing the way we do things, and instead of doing videos on, this is what we did last week or a month ago, we're going to be more intentional about finding out what you guys want to watch, what you guys want to see.
We're still going to do adventure stuff. We're still going to document our adventures, but we're also going to find questions that you guys have been asking. And when I say you, I mean
the wider
community,
the
people
families.
going onto Google saying, can you RV with the family? Or can you even travel? I've seen a question, can you travel nurse with the family?
And the answer would be yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, even if you don't RV, you can travel nurse with a family.
Exactly.
So, totally.
But these are all questions that we've answered ourselves. But has it been something that everyone has answered that question? Not everybody has answered that question. And so people always are asking.
Yeah. X marks the spot. Thank you for that feedback. They say that the big blue stripe always gets my attention on the thumbnail. So that was, I think, when we decided to do that, we had seen other people's thumbnails, and they'll have the box on the side that's a certain color, and it's always that certain color. Or they have words. Their thumbnail words are always in a certain color, and that color draws you to their channel, especially as you're looking down the list, and that's the same, and that's the same, and that's the same, but they're all different videos. It's just the thumbnail has that theme. Thank you very much for that feedback. We're always looking for ways to improve that make it better for you guys, not just because we want to earn a living from YouTube. We want to get our message out there that it's important to take the time that you have with your kids or with each other and live intentionally, and to shout out to everyone else on the channel, all of you DFAMers, that all the things that you're able to accomplish. I love it when we find people who are having to stay put in one location, like our friends Melanetti. They're stationary for right now, but they're super excited about retirement in September when they can finally hit the road. That is that juices us. That gives us this passion to kind of cheer them on, something like that. And then when we hear people you do that for a living, you're a travel nurse, and you take your kids with you, and they're super excited about that. I didn't know that was even possible. And it's it totally is. You have to watch your channel. Yeah. It is the bomb. Even if you feel like it's something you want to attempt for a short amount of time and it's not something that you would want to do long term, it's totally, totally worth it to just shed the normal life.
Yes.
And try this adventure at least once. It's
Yes.
totally worth it. So,
And honestly, you don't have to do it full time.
no.
You could say, let's take 6 months or let's take 3 months. You know, maybe you could ask your boss or your work where you work saying, hey, I want to go and travel for 3 months with my family. Can I do work from the road?
Can we
do
do
it
this
remotely?
as a, and with the whole COVID thing, this would be a great time to present that to bosses and say, hey, let's see if we can make my job a remote job. I can remote call into meetings. I can make sure that I have internet connection to do
Yes.
my job. And I can always, if there's a necessity of me being in a location at a certain time, just have my plans, my travel plans route me through the area I need to be. This is the time to say, hey, maybe we should try this out for 3 months to 6 months and see if my position at this job would support a separate, what do we call it, a remote position.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But there's also lots of jobs out there that you could work from. Like Amazon has tons of remote jobs. A lot of these larger online businesses have tons of remote positions. And a lot of them don't require a ton of experience with like computer programming or things like that. A lot of it is all right there.
Mel and Eddie, thank you so much for posting that here in the chat. They've given the link to the RV Nomad Transition, our playlist for our transition videos, where we were going from living in a house to living in an RV. It was a learning process. It really was.
It was. And you can see how much we've changed from then when we started doing videos and now. We're probably like, hey guys.
There was something that was posted here. I put it on my Facebook really quick. I'll pull it up. That it totally rings true. This is from Bob Goff. He's an author that I greatly appreciate. Has done both adult books and a devotional for children that our kids absolutely love. But he posted today, and I reposted, God uses the hardest parts in our lives to prepare us for the best parts. And so that was a hard part in our life. And I really feel like it did launch us into the best part of our life, at least at this point in time. I'm able to say, my kids are homeschooled, and we did this trip to this national park, and we did the junior ranger badge, and that was homeschool for the day. And I enjoyed it, and the kids enjoyed it, and they can regurgitate all this information months later. I mean, months later. Like Timothy came across something that he was having to spell in his workbook, and he realized that the word was spiral, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember, I love drawing spirals like the spiral that we saw at the Petroglyph National Monument in New Mexico that we went to in October. So we're talking about my 6.5-year-old is remembering stuff from months ago. So I love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
So
call to action.
Call to action.
I have a call to action for you guys. Woo!
Yay.
One of our own call to action is we're supposed to be more energetic and interesting to watch. What did your mom say the other day? Garrett.
Smile more.
Smile more. Don't forget to smile.
I was like, I'm trying. I like my beard hat. I'm like if I try.
Oh, there's nothing about your beard. You just have to be more outgoing. So yeah, for those of you who are starting out,
start where you are. If you're starting a YouTube channel, start where you are.
Start where you are. But you have to think about if you're just being you on camera, a lot of times it's less energy. Once somebody's actually watching you on the screen, you actually have to more energy into it to make it seem real. When there's a viewer, it's really weird. It's the camera effect.
They say that cameras put 10 pounds on you, but it also takes about half your
energy
out.
Yeah.
So if you're talking and you're like, this is normal, No, you need to boost it up way more than you think that you would ever.
So a normal energy when you and I are talking face to face would be fine, but once you're on camera, it just has to be doubled. It has to be, anyway.
Or more.
So we're working on that so that you guys enjoy listening to us and chatting back and forth with us.
Yeah.
But just to let you know, we are still ourselves, okay? We're not changing who we are on camera or anything like that. It's just, we have to remember that the camera doesn't really bring out who we are as well as if we were face to face with you.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're teaching you guys. We're teaching you all these cool little tips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, call to action.
X Marks the Spot did ask if we have a mission statement for our YouTube channel.
We do.
We have it. We wrote it down.
I think it's in our about. Here, let me look it up. It's in our about. We always write things down because as parents, you can't remember anything.
Let's go ahead and show you guys one of the new things that we've done with our channel. And this is going to be on our main page, and it is going to motivate and inspire people that are checking out our channel to join our community. So, enjoy
this.
For the first time, you guys have never seen this before.
This is something that he had to put together for the 7-day challenge. We did it in a day. Like in a day.
It was
But
rough.
I mean, we have tons of B-roll that we haven't used, so we drew from that.
Yep.
But here it is.
Enjoy. Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally with you. We had a desire to be more intentional as a family. So in 2018, we sold everything, moved into our RV, and became a travel nurse family.
We're excited that you found us and hope that you join our online community.
When you join us on Diary of a Family, you can expect family and travel nurse vlogs,
weekly live streams,
RV how-tos and gear review,
community interviews. To become a member of the DFAM, subscribe and hit that notification bell and join us as we explore America. Live life intentionally.
Oh, it's cold. It's raining. We had a desire to be more intentional with our family, so in 2018, we sold everything and moved into our RV. It's not working.
And there goes the camera. Let's go try this somewhere else.
Somehow it knew we were gonna like...
Why did it choose now to rain? If you've stuck around with us for this long, thank you for joining. This is a little behind the scenes. We decided to shoot this intro today, and today was the day it decided to rain up here in the mountains. It hasn't really rained much at all in like a month. So, talk about timing. Yay.
Okay.
Explore America. We can do it one more time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Addison.
We're not gonna do live life intentionally.
Live life intentionally.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
3.
Hey! It's gonna rain!
Not again! Editing at its best.
Oh, you guys, it was such a bad day for filming outside, but our space inside is just not totally conducive for, you know, good videography. It's okay for when we're in studio here and we're chatting with you. I would really love to be outside, but the wind and this and that, it's just all those variables, like kids.
Yeah.
Variables that you cannot manage, you know. Anyway.
The unknown variable. That's 3 of them right there.
So we're super excited. That's going to be our like trailer video to get people like when they come in and see our channel. That's going to be the first thing they see. We do have one that has been up for a while. It's a lot more inspirational and
it was really
it was good.
It was lovey-dovey. It had like we had just gotten the drone and we were getting cool drone shots and all that kind of stuff.
It's good. It's a good video, but
Yes.
I think this will probably interest people, draw people more to the channel, who we really are. So that they can look deeper into what we've already created and stay tuned for more great works.
Exactly.
So, okay. So, X Marks the Spot wanting to know if we had a
mission statement.
A mission statement on or about for the channel.
We might update it too, just to be a little more relevant. But
I think
this is what
little,
is current.
This little piece, I think, it really is the heart of it.
Yeah.
So we are living life simply, intentionally, and impacting others through engaged relationships.
Yeah.
It's all about the relationships, you guys. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for everybody who comments and chimes in and jumps on these live chats with us, and those who are like, yeah, we want to connect with you personally.
Yeah.
We're super excited. In a couple of weeks we get to see X marks the spot when they come through.
We're excited.
We're not sure how Washington is going to shape up, because we were planning this summer in July to do a meetup in Washington, but with the way the government is happening up there, we're not even sure if we'll be able to get up there to see family.
We really want to.
We're planning on it.
We're planning on it. Yeah.
We are still planning to be there to see family in July.
But I mean, if we have to spend half the time quarantining again,
we may have to be a little incognito, but we're still willing to meet with anybody. We're going to be kind of in the northwest area,
yep.
And then through August heading east again. So,
yep.
Anyway, Hope likes the new studio you are doing the live stream from. Well, this is our bedroom. This is our bed. Well, we're in your office.
But yeah.
The office is set up at the end of the bed. Every space has to have dual purpose in an RV, right?
Yep.
It's not perfect, you guys, by any means, but and man, it gets really hot in here. We turn off the AC so you can hear us.
Yeah.
And
we turn the AC on during the interview.
Right about now, we're like starting to die from the heat.
82 degrees.
Is that what it says?
It's 82.
Oh, it's 82 in here.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can tolerate until about 84. So. Melanetti said January is cool kid time. Yes. Our plan is still quartzite in January 2021. So.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to be making it East Coast this year. So we're trying to figure out how can we get some new states in and explore and make it to some things that we still have planned.
Okay, we need to get back to our call for action for you guys. So first off, we want anybody who's watching this to email us or put a comment in the comment section for this video or right now in the chat. We would like to know how we can bring something of value to you, the DFAM. So that's the first thing. If you think of something like, gosh, I would really like to know this or that about you, or gosh, I'd really like to see you guys try this or do that, or this worked really well for this other channel, or maybe it would work for yours. We want to hear that. No suggestion is too crazy or out there for us to think about and consider.
Now, you noticed on our trailer, we mentioned 4 topics. Those are the pillars of our channel.
One pillar's kind of weak right now. Which one is that?
The Travel Nurse.
Travel Nurse Vlogs.
We've only really talked about the fact that we've been doing it, but not...
Last July, I sat down and recorded like a whole video of my first contract and my thoughts about that one hospital, like doing a review of the hospital for travel nurses. And the footage disappeared. Honestly, was corrupted or it disappeared or something happened. So we really haven't done all that much except in our chats here with you guys live, answering questions and letting you know kind of what we're seeing. So, and
we are a travel family. We are a travel nurse family currently, but we have not really promoted that part much.
Yeah. You know who's really good at doing that is Natasha Stevens from Nursing Our Travel Bug. You should check out their channel if you are a travel nurse and you want, tips, tricks, information on what it is.
How to wash your hands. Good stuff.
It's true. No, she did a video back. Natasha, if you're on this, let me know if I'm getting this wrong enough. She did one when she was in, I think it was still Louisiana, and she was prepping to go to her next job, and she took us kind of along on all the things that you have to do to get ready for your next contract. You have to get lab draws, you have to pee in a cup, and all those things that are required of you as a new as a new prospective employee before going to your next contract. So she kind of took us along with that. And Natasha or Bill, if you're on here and you can find that video, go ahead and put that link in the comments right here, so they can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
she did a good job at that, and she's also interviewed the gentleman who does traveltax.com. Had him on to debunk some myths about taxes for the travel nurse. Yeah. That's very helpful. His information has been really helpful for us as we had to file our taxes for the first time. Ding.
Doing.
Ding. Message. Ding.
Nursing Our Travel Bug also said travel nurse vlogs are tricky. You want to be honest, but not burn bridges.
It's true. Because you don't want to burn a hospital that you may want to go back to. Or have other hospitals looking at your content and being like, ooh, they burned that hospital. I'm not going to hire them.
Exactly.
So
if you are out there publicly like this, you definitely have to be careful on your positions because that could affect future jobs. Yeah. So. Yeah. Which is why
professional.
Yeah.
And obviously not breaking HIPAA, no HIPAA violations, no talking about patients. And oh yeah, I took care of this patient the other day, and they had this problem wrong with them, and that's a no go.
Yeah.
X Marks the Spot says the travel nurse vlogs may only appeal to the nurses out there and not to everyone. It's true.
It's a very it's a very specific niche for sure.
I do usually watch No Ordinary Path when John does his. I know John does a really good job simplifying things, making it nice and concise, easy to understand.
He's got a killer beard.
Except he shaved it off.
He did have to shave it off for
COVID. COVID made him shave his beard.
Thank you, Nursing Our Travel Bug, for posting the link. If you want to check that video we were just talking about, click on that and watch it after we're done with our live stream.
For those of you who are nurses and you haven't thought of travel nursing, consider it. Just consider it. If you have a couple of years experience in your field, now's the time to start researching it. It may be a little difficult to get jobs at this point, especially if you are in specialty areas that have been kind of shut down a little bit during this time, but things are being reopened. The hospital I work for started surgeries on Monday. We had 5 surgeries on the very first day, another surgery on the next day. So lots of admissions and discharges. And of course, we continue to have sick people coming in. Not with COVID, but with other medical issues needing to be cared for. A lot of pancreatitis, you guys. Like obstructive pancreatitis. Just bam. Whole bunch of them. I'm like, wow. I wonder what it is about being quarantined that's causing everybody's pancreas to have issues.
Now, why, for us, you've shown interest in trying to not do as many contracts. So one of the reasons why we want to take Diary of a Family more seriously is because it'll allow us to spend more time providing value to you guys and less time on Carolyn having to
stay in a contract, be in a location for 3 months.
It's tiring.
Stressed out.
You can do
working full time.
You can do 4 contracts a year.
Yeah.
But that literally is like going from one place to the next. One place to the next, and it's just it's you're stressing out and tired through the entire contract, and then you go zipping across the country to your next contract, and then you sit there and you're stressing out. And our goal has not really been it was a great opportunity to get into traveling full time, and I think that I think we're going to still do contracts, but our goal is to be able to provide just a little bit of an income so that we don't have to. Yeah. We can be like, okay, we can make it 2 months before we do another contract.
We have other things in the works. YouTube is not, until you get to a certain number of subscribers, you cannot live off of YouTube, you guys.
Most people think that because you make money off of YouTube that all of a sudden you're rich.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
You have to have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers just to make it just off of that. But there are other ways to make money. And we're going to be exploring some of those as well. So,
oh dear. X Marks the Spot says not many openings in outpatient surgery where we work. It's true, but they're coming back. They are coming back. So don't worry. Nursing Our Travel Bug says, and this is on the pancreatitis, it's because Reno has a lot of alcoholics. So that's not the only reason why you can get pancreatitis, but it is one major reason for pancreatitis. So those of you who drink a lot of alcohol, please, in moderation, save your pancreas and your liver.
Yeah.
From it, if not for you, for me, okay? It's also really painful, guys. Very painful. All right. Yes. X marks the spot. No one gets rich off of YouTube. Unless you're like...
There's a handful of people. But still, most of them also have brand deals. They have affiliate marketing. They have a lot of different areas. So, I mean, if you look at like Dude Perfect, I know.
We're over time.
We're over time. Sorry, guys. We'll finish this up.
Dude Perfect.
If you look at Dude Perfect, they're like, hey, we got this new line from Nerf. We have this new basketball.
Right.
We have
It's from the deals that they make with these big companies.
It's the deals they make to promote a product that people want.
But I mean, think about it. They have
not that we're going to be
guys.
making personalized.
They have 5 guys on their show.
Yeah, so
5 guys are making a living off of their show.
Yeah.
Plus all the other people that they hire now.
The staff that works for them.
That shoot their videos and edit and everything. Okay, 5 guys. So they have to make those deals. YouTube is not the only one, funding them. So.
Exactly.
Anyway, we're not gonna be
our plan for all of this is not to become multi-millionaires traveling on yachts and stuff like that.
It's to build a relationship with you guys. Find people all over the United States that we can.
There's a lot of people that love
together.
to travel as families, and we want to provide value and help you guys out as you realize and see your dreams come true.
X marks the spot wants DFAM merch.
Yes, we have been looking at that one too. But
we have a few things ahead of it, but maybe DFAM merch by Christmas time.
Yeah.
Possibility. We'll see what we can do.
We're working
full time, working full time, and wanting to experience as much as we can, being intentional with every moment that we have.
Yeah.
Things have to give and take. So we'll keep you in the know if merch is on the way. Okay, so here's your second call to action. We are looking for new design ideas for our channel to kind of create channel art that is all cohesive and tells who we are.
And that matches the feel and the vibe of what we want.
But we want it professional.
Yes.
We want it professionally done.
And I can do stuff myself, but there's just a point where some people have a lot better skill at it.
We're looking for expertise in graphic design, and we would like to work with someone. We are willing to pay, because those of you on our channel who've been doing super chats and watching our videos, we do have a little bit of income coming in now, and we want you to benefit from that.
Exactly.
At this time. So we already showed you our new GoPro that we got from our first paycheck.
Yep.
That's already been featured in some of our videos. This graphic design sort of stuff, like a makeover, we want that to be next. And along with that, we're going to try to do the decaling of the rig. So any of you who are interested, or you know of somebody who has this expertise, we would also like to support the RVing community. So if you know somebody who is graphic design sort of, they do that.
They're talented.
They do that as a living, and they use that to be full-time in their RV. We would love to know their names. It looks like One Strange Adventure does amazing work. So we'll check out One Strange Adventure and their abilities.
I'll reach out to them for sure.
That's the second call to action. We would like to know from you guys if any of you would like to work with us to help us enhance our channel art. Okay, and then finally, we mentioned this one at the beginning. Our call to action, we are getting ready to do this big collab, our workout sort of challenge. And we want to see what you guys have been doing the past 2 months.
To stay fit.
To stay fit, yep. So whether it's doing a shake in the morning.
Whether it's walking your
stretching,
dogs, whatever.
Walking your dogs.
Trying to get Jack out of the trailer to go for a walk.
Give us a 30-second to a minute clip introducing yourselves and what you do, and like a shot of you doing that exercise regime. We would love to fit you right into that video, give you a shout out for that. We're super excited for that.
Yep.
Let's see. Nursing Our Travel Bug says, Toonstead.
Oh,
Someone does
X marks the spot
characters.
says characters.
Yep.
We have actually had
Mm-hmm.
Toonstead do some artwork for us, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily fit our brand.
Our brand is less cartoony,
less
but it's
cartoony.
really, really cute. And we've talked about having him on. I think he said he'd love to be on our channel, so maybe we'll stay tuned in the next month or so. We are reaching out to several people to do live streams, interviews with them.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our mom interviews. If you've joined us like halfway through, at the beginning of this live stream, we interviewed Garrett's mom, my mom, and got some wisdom and tips from them, celebrating them.
It was really good.
Celebrating them because of Mother's Day last Sunday.
You're definitely not going to want to miss it. If you didn't catch it, make sure to do that.
Yes. So just before we burn up in fire, we should really have some
84
sort of...
now.
Yeah.
We need one of those
very
like motorless
Very
fans that's not like making a lot of noise. I have just a little
I don't
breeze
know.
going.
It might be not good enough for our mic. It'll be too windy. Okay.
I'll put on that. I'll put on that dead cat that looks like a
Oh, the
Soviet
fluffy dead
Russian
cat.
hat.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right
We have a dead cat for our mic now, thanks to nursing our travel bug. So we would put our fluffy cat on
If
there.
we're
and then-
outside, we'll probably have that on there.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've had a lot of fun showing you what's in the works. It's amazing what shutting yourself up with people with more wisdom than you for a week can do. We're looking forward to getting back out on the road. I know there are quite a few states who have started to open up. Yep. We're hoping that the coast begins to do the same, so that we can see our families in Washington and But I guess tune in on Wednesday for our next video, and come back and see us next Saturday.
And give us tips and advice, or give us those links to people that you think might be able to help us update all of our stuff for you.
All right, you guys.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always,
live life intentionally. Bye, DJI.
Bye, everybody.